Welcome to video 2. So before we get started with the full training, I just want to give you an overview of what I'm going to be covering and how it's going to benefit you and your business. So you're currently in the introduction section of the training, and I'd ask that you please go through it in its entirety. I know it's tempting to skip intros and just go to the core lessons, but there's some important information in these sections about how to get support from me if you're stuck, and some guidance on how you can get the most out of the training, because you're my customers and I want you to succeed in this. I want you to have good results, or great results, and I want them to help you transform your business for the better. But to do that, you need to follow the training properly. In part 2, I'm going to give you an insight into how a successful Facebook advertising campaign can really help transform your business and help you grow your audience, your customer base, and most importantly, your profit. In this section, I'll begin with a simple overview of how the Facebook advertising platform works. I'll also be talking about how Facebook advertising fits into your entire sales funnel and why it's really important to be focused on profitability of your ad campaigns when you launch them. In part 3, I'm going to take you through some advertising basics, because it's important that you have the foundations there before we can move on to some of the more advanced parts of the training. I'm going to take some of the jargon out of all the terminology that you often hear when it comes to advertising. I'm going to give you a brief overview into the type of advertising we're going to be covering in this training, which is a variant of pay-per-click known as pay-per-conversion. And I'll also give you an overview into the Facebook Power Editor. So you may or may not have used that before, but it's something that's going to be essential to master for when we move on to the later parts of the training. In part 4, we're going to be getting into some real depth with your advertising strategy, and I'll talk you through some of the best tried and tested tactics there are out there for creating adverts that are really going to attract your customers. So I'm going to talk you through some do's and don'ts, some common mistakes to avoid, and some simple but smart little tricks that you can do that make quite a massive difference to your click-through rate for your ad. I'm also going to give you a list of tools and resources that you can use to produce your ad, because if you're anything like me, well, I've got zero design skills, so I needed something to help me produce an ad that looked professional. And I've got some great tools that I'm going to show to you. And finally, I'm going to show you exactly what you should be getting your visitors to do once they've clicked on your ad to achieve the best results. In part 5, I'm going to show you how, and this is the same whatever business you're in, you can find your perfect audience on Facebook who'll not only click on your ad, but actually carry on through your sales funnel all the way up to when they buy from you and become loyal customers. To do this, we're going to look in detail about how you should be targeting your ads to the right audience. And this is also going to help you ensure that the ads that you are placing, you're getting at the lowest possible cost. In part 6, this is my favourite part of the training, I'm going to be talking to you about testing. Now, testing may sound really boring. It's a dry subject, but mastering it is essential if you want to bring down your costs of your ads on Facebook. And I've got a methodology that I'm going to teach you, which you can easily apply to your own ad campaign, and it gets great results. So I'm going to go through it in detail, so exactly what you should be testing, how you should interpret the results, and how you should use these results when you decide what ad is going to be profitable for you or not. And I'm also going to teach you how to recognise when an ad isn't working so that you can pause it. So that will minimise your losses and it will allow you to try something else instead. So that's really important. And in part 7, we'll wrap up everything we've covered so far in the training. I'm going to give you a step-by-step guide for taking all the knowledge and skills that you've learned and actually applying them to your next ad campaign. So you can always feel safe that in the knowledge that you're applying the theory correctly, and it's not just theory, it's practice, and that it's actually going to work for you and your business. So that's it. That's it for now. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.